Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District. Track announcer Shannon Doyle with you, with me, with us for the show. The Answer, Scott Young. Great to have you back with us, Scott.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Another decent year, hey, in the sulky, 100-plus season, and approaching $1 million in purse earnings this year.
Yeah, no, last year was a breakout year, and follow it up, close to it. It was very good.
Nothing wrong with following up a career year strong once again in 2018. Scott Young. We will see Scott on the HPI Play of the Day. Race number 2 tonight. You got a great shot here with 2 family first, 3-1 in the morning line. Very sharp winner, 3 back. You like your chances here?
Yeah, she was very good. 3 starts ago at Flamborough. Not that she raced bad the last 2 at Woodbine, but being back on the half, I'm expecting good things.
I like her back on the half mile. Wide open race there. A very tough competitors there. Number 6, Manhattan Knight. I watched Luke Willette out earlier. A nice, easy jog for that filly. She's 2 for 2 life, but that outside post could pose a problem.
6-hole in London's never easy, but she's a pretty nice filly, actually. I've watched her qualify and then her last 2 starts, and she's done it pretty handy.
Right, nice big filly, that 6 Manhattan Knight. But number 2, family first, HPI, play of the day for HPIBET and Western Fair District. Early pick 3, starting in the opener. Using 1 and 6, Lions Javelin took every chance away last time out with an early break. So frisky, got that gate speed to work with, should be all right in there. It's the all button for me in race 2, as mentioned, wide open there. It's a great looking field in that autumn series. Over into the 3rd race, going to the inside 2, it's either Charms, Little Sis, or 3 Rocks. They finished 1st and 2nd against each other last time out. Early pick 4 starts up in that 3rd. Stay with the same 1 and 2 there. Over into the 4th race, it's 2 and 3. Went deeper in the 5th. 5 deep, in fact. We'll close it out with 4, Katie Nana, or the 5, Enchanted Eva, there in race 6. The 8th race to start up a late pick 4. 3 deep in the opening leg. Race number 9, one of our deepest fields on the night. Fillies and Mares, non-winners, 10,000 life. I've gone deepest of all there with 6 of them. The 10th race, it's the 1, Dapple Apple. Maybe the 3, Mark Your Page. Over to the 11th race, it's a 1, 3, 4, and 5. Good-looking field of tough mares there, going the added distance of 1 mile and a 16. Going to take a short break right now. We're going to come back with a whole lot more. We'll catch up with driver Scott Young with the answers following the break. Stick around.
HPIBET.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame show, everyone. You're watching Race Day. On this edition of a Survivor Tuesday at the Raceway, a little bit of help maybe here from our good friend Scott Young, the answer, joining us for the pregame show. We'll see you on a couple of horses tonight. Wagering menu for this evening. We've got that low 15% takeout featured on pick 3s, pick 4s, and high 5s, free programs, selections, video streaming. It's all available on our website, again, for free, westernfairdistrict.com/raceway. The go-to wagers here in London, they are that pick 3 play right up front in the opener, always a $2,500 guarantee in the pool. Pick 4s, $5,000 guaranteed pools, starting up in races 3 and 8. We had a 20-cent early pick 4 last night that came back at over $1,000 payout. There was a 3 to 5 shot to complete it in the final leg. Incredible pay. Super high 5s featured races 6 and 11 tonight. Average pools and average pays. Yeah, for the early pick 3, average pool has been well over $5,000 with a pay at $35. Those are 20-cent average pays. Pick 4s, over $12,000 averaging through 2018 in the pool. Super high 5s. Average 20-cent payout on a high 5 all through 2018, over $1,000. It pays to bet the Raceway. So here we go. Scott Young, the answer for the pregame show. 100-plus wins on the season again after your career year in the bike through 2017. Tell us about it.
Oh, it's been great again. I was busy, all spring here in Flamborough, and then spent the summer months at Grand River and Georgian, and now we're back in London at Flamborough, and Yeah, I can't complain, that's for sure.
We're back in London. We noted yesterday on our Twitter feed we had 36 drivers listed. Makes it tough to pick up drives here in London, right?
Yeah, right now, and not that I'm saying it won't change either, but you know, there's more drivers than there is horses, it seems like right now.
It seems like you're on a pair today, but you want to get busy here in London.
Yeah, I'd like to be anyway. You know, there's drives that we drove all summer, whether it was Grand River or Georgian, and then you know, Leamington and Sarnia were busy too. So you get some of those horses coming here, and those guys have drives too. So it's good that everybody gets to work, but it's nice when you have more.
Scott Young, driving services available. He wants to get busier here in London. Again, looking like you'll surpass the $1 million in earnings this year. You picked up an Ontario Sire Stakes Gold win. That one had to be special. The 2-year-old trotter Lariat Sealster, $54,000 yearling purchase at the London Selected Yearling Sale this time last year. Co-owned and trained by your dad, Bob, and that win had to be very special.
Yeah, it was the first final I'd ever won, so that was a great thrill, and to do it for Dad too, that was key. It was a lot of fun. I was pretty happy after that one.
We were hoping to have that clip to show. I got looking at it, and I had to go back and look at it a few times. After the wire, you're you know, doing one of this over towards the paddock, right?
Dad was standing there and giving me thumbs up, so I was pretty happy to see him right after that. So
great for you, and an upset victory at that. You weren't favored to win that at all.
No, and you know, I liked my colt too. I said right trip, you know what I mean, if they went maybe a little up front, and you know, Dad's always had confidence in the colt, so I got to give him a lot of credit for him, and yeah, no, he was really good that night.
As mentioned, you picked up that Lariat Sealster at the London Selected Yearling Sale this time last year. Yourself and your dad, maybe a few other people had a hand in picking him out, or? Yeah,
you know, we were looking for a trotting colt and a pacing filly, and you know, I think we looked at almost every Ontario Sire trotting colt at the sale that year, but we had it narrowed down to 5 or 6, and he was one of them, so we got to bring him home.
Son of Cadabra. So you're at the yearling sale this weekend, coming up to London?
I'll be here in London on Saturday. I'm coming up Friday, I think, to look at some, but I'll be here Saturday for the sale.
Okay, and just touching on what you're looking for then, you mentioned fillies?
Yeah, pacing fillies and trotting colts again, same thing. Yeah, that seems to be what Dad likes, so we try and look at as many of them as we can.
And you were south of the border on the weekend. It was hot down there in Lexington,
yeah, Lexington Red Mile. It's always fun, you know what I mean? It's watching those babies sell. It's way out of my league, but it's fun to watch them go.
Did you bring anything home with you as far as yearlings go from Lexington?
One of Dad's owners, Blair Corbeil, bought a bunch, so we're
I know Blair well.
Yeah, we're going to touch with him, see how many, see what he's looking to do with his. And Renee Dion actually bought a cadaver colt that I'm a little interested in, so we might see what's going on
You
there.
mentioned Blair Corbeil, his lovely wife Erna. Maybe they're coming to London for the sale this weekend?
They were in Lexington for the first time ever, and they're both coming up this weekend too. So
wonderful. Blair and Erna. We'll look forward to seeing you this weekend across the road at the Agriplex for the London Selected Yearling Sale. Alrighty, mentioned the Red Mile, mentioned the speed. We're going to bring back a mile right now. We wanted to show this one yesterday, but the guys find the clip now. This is going to be McWicked coming up, winning over Lazarus. If you missed it, we've got it here for you on the replay. Heck of a mile, 146 and 2. We're going to pick it up at the half mile of McWicked. He's going to get the best trip of all here.
This track is, you know, probably the fastest track I've ever seen. When they go by, you don't even hear them actually go by in front of you. But you know, they were setting up fractions here. When I seen 119, and you know, Brian Sears seems to be second over all the time, and you know, I knew they were going to go a big trip for sure.
Sure, maybe turn it up for the stretch drive now. This is McWicked winning over Lazarus, 46 and 2.
And they have a big shot at it, turning for home. That is a Filibuster Hanover, who has taken over affairs. McWicked takes dead aim late down the center. Lazarus rolling up on the 4 outside into the final 1/8 of a mile. And here we go. McWicked is into the lead. Lazarus up on the outside. These two are going to battle down to the finish. McWicked or Lazarus. It's McWicked and Brian Sears. McWicked close to home. McWicked 146 and 2. Lazarus was second. Filibuster Hanover third.
Alrighty, there you saw McWicked. Now that head-to-head battle is 2 for 2. They'll face each other again this Saturday at Yonkers. We'll have it for you on the simulcast. That, as well as the international trot. You mentioned the track being so good down there at the Red Mile. I was kind of shaking my head. How are these horses going this fast? You had a 2-year-old filly pace in 47. You had a trotter win in 48 and 4. That mile there, 46 and 2.
Yeah.
I mean, You just gotta wonder, but you say that track is just so good and so fast.
You should, when they water it, and by the time the water trucks come back around with how hot it was there those 3 days, you can almost see it like baking off the ground. And like I said, when they go by, you don't even hear them. So that's why you see so many of them, I think, pulling shoes too to go to.
That Philly Rick Zerons, they pulled
Atlanta,
the shoes on it for the
heat.
second heat. Incredible. And to me, she looked better in that second heat.
She just gets beaten 49-4, so that's tough to take the first heat, but then for her to come back and show her second heat toughness, she was good again.
Right on. I've never been to the Red Mom, but it's definitely on my bucket list. Everybody should.
It's a fantastic place. That's for
it's
sure.
like Gold Cup and Saucer, Little Brown Jug, Red Mom. You got to get
those
there, right?
three,
Okay. Alrighty. Great job on the pregame show thus far. Now let's look at those drives you got tonight. Race number 2 on this 2 family first. You said just you've got some info in the last couple of outings for this one.
She qualified excellent, and her first start she was well in hand.
Okay.
I could have went much more that night, but she was actually a little aggressive that first night at Flamborough. So John had actually covered her up and tried to keep her quiet, and she was almost too quiet for her second start.
Right.
And then last week she wasn't horrible. She I just thought she would have went with them to get money, and he actually told me that her blood was a little off after her last start. So I'm looking for better things today.
Okay, and the track was off a little bit there over the Woodbine circuit there. So we're talking about the 2 family first here in the second. We've selected this one as the play of the day, and you're liking your chances there with her.
Inside post, and I, like you said, Natasha drawn outside.
Right.
I think she'll be close anyway.
Sure thing. Over into the third race, then you're on this 3 Breeze, Better Than Cheddar, Paul Reed Training, and you've been on this one before, beaten favorite there, 3 back. Tell us about this one.
Actually, at Grand River that night, her hobbles were a little long. I think they were still set for Mohawk.
Right.
She wasn't handling Grand River very well.
Okay.
She was trying to do her work, and her legs just weren't letting her do it. So I think we got everything fixed up and tightened up tonight. And I actually trained her at the farm the other day, and she seemed pretty good. So
so she's back on a half miler. Then she will be geared to go over the half miler, and you kind of liked the training trip.
Yeah, she went well. So I'm she last week they just go too much for her. I think at Mohawk she's not a very big filly, so I think she's.
You're going to follow along there.
Likely. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the 1 and 2 appear to be the best on paper there, but you're definitely in for a trip by the looks of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, wonderful job setting up the action then with your 2 this evening. Again, you want to get busier here. It's a long winter here in London, and you don't mind driving up the highway to take a steer here around the Oval.
4 nights a week, it's good, but it's my job, so I'll be here. That's for sure.
Right on. Shout out, Scott.
Oh, I better say hi to Mom, and I know my girlfriend Haley's at home too, watching me. So I better say hi to those 2.
Right on. Wonderful job, and good luck tonight.
I appreciate
Always
it.
a pleasure to have you. You come back sometime.
Absolutely.
Soon. Right
no
on.
Problem.
Alrighty, Scott Young for the pregame show this evening. Let's go back and recap some pick 3 and pick 4 playing back to the opener. It's the 1 and 6 for me in the opener. Hit the all button race 2. Scott Young part of it there with the 2 family first. Third race, it's the 1 or 2. They finished first and second in the autumn series last time out. They look good to go once again. Over into the third race again for the start of an early pick 4. Staying with the inside 2. 2 deep in the 4th. Deepest of all, race 5. We're 5 deep in there on the pace for fillies and mares. Maybe the 4, Robert Nose, Lauren House for Randy Parrish. Could provide some value in there. It's the 4 and 5 for me in the 6th. Late pick 4 kicks off. Race number 8. Deepest of all in the 9th race. That one appears to be the toughest one to crack the code on. 10th race, Dapple Apple or April Bandit. They should sit 1-2 in there, and it'll be a throwdown through the final quarter, I'm sure. 4 deep in the finale to round it out. Cameraman Trev standing by. What do you got for us, Trev? Race 2, number 2. He's with us.
He's with me. Trev seems to like me, so he always goes with my. Seems to go with my.
He likes
guys.
our drivers. He backs our drivers here in the pregame. He'll chase after you there with 2 family first. Good luck with that one. Good luck, cameraman. Survivor Tuesday continues. Free to play, online, on track. Chance for you to win a $100 deposit to your HBI account. It's brought to you each and every week by HPIBET Western Fair District. You know what, Scott? It's T-shirt and short weather. Hey, it's warm out there.
Oh, that's why I said I brought the Lexington weather with me, so everybody seems to be happy these next 2 days.
Right on. It's 27 Celsius, and that brings it up to 36 Celsius. Feeling like 36 Celsius. Very humid here. That's feeling like up into the 90s when talking about Fahrenheit temperatures. So there it is. Closing boards Free programs, selections, video replays, and more. It's all up on our website, westernfairdistrict.com/raceway. We've got 11 races for you this evening. Still time to get in on Survivor Tuesday. Give it some thought and take a shot. Good luck tonight.